At this moment, 2022 is coming to an end. If we look back at the biggest change in the entire Chinese auto market in the past 300 days, it is absolutely that Chinese independent brands gradually rose under the wave of new energy transformation. Among them, BYD has become the most prominent leader. Looking at the overall environment, the price of raw materials for power batteries remains high, and China's subsidy policy has also officially entered the countdown, and consumers' confidence in car purchases is still insufficient. However, in such a bad market environment, BYD's performance is so surprising. It seems that the subtext is, everything seems to have nothing to do with me. Just in November, BYD once again ushered in a memorable milestone moment, the roll-off of the 3 millionth new energy vehicle. In this regard, Wang Chuanfu, chairman of BYD Group, said very proudly, "It took us 13 years from the first to the millionth, 1 year from 1 million to 2 million, and only half a year from 2 million to 3 million. Indeed, as he said, the rise of BYD far exceeded everyone's imagination. After passing the 3 millionth new energy vehicle mark, it is foreseeable that, according to the current growth rate, BYD will successfully pass the 4 millionth new energy vehicle mark in 4 months. So, why is BYD the lucky one? In addition, in my opinion, winning 4 million sales is not an easy task. BYD still needs to solve 6 problems to consolidate its position. So, what problems are there? Hi! Welcome to Auto Age. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. At the beginning of the year, Wang Chuanfu said, with the Blade battery, DMI Super Hybrid E-Platform 3.0 and other disruptive technologies, we insist on walking on 2 legs of BEV and plug-in hybrid, and we are about to usher in the explosion of technology, products and markets. Apparently, it's actually happening. In November, BYD sold a total of 230,427 new vehicles, continuing to hit a record high. Among them, a total of 229,942 passenger vehicles were sold, including exports, a year-on-year increase of 136.5%. Meanwhile, sales of DM models reached 116,027 units in November, a year-on-year increase of 163.8%. Sales of EV models reached 113,915 units, a year-on-year increase of 146.9%. The cumulative sales volume from January to November has reached 1,633,346 units, a year-on-year increase of 154.8%. The target of 1.5 million vehicles set at the beginning of the year was successfully completed. As a witness, I can't help but to say, the current BYD has undoubtedly successfully hatched a bunch of popular models, and the 2 most difficult technical routes of plug-in hybrid and BEV have also been achieved by it in parallel without being too biased. From the perspective of cumulative sales, it is certain that this year will finally break through the 1.8 million mark. So, why will BYD achieve a quantitative change far beyond imagination this year? In my opinion, the answer is very clear, as it has been analyzed many times. First, from the perspective of the general environment, positive changes in users' awareness of new energy vehicles must account for a large proportion. Secondly, from the enterprise itself, no matter vertical supply chain, or cost control, or product promotion, or technology research and development, or even sales network, BYD has stepped on the right node after accumulation. For example, the hot sale of DMI has driven the EV segment upward. Furthermore, it must be admitted that with the passage of time, the disappearance of Chinese consumers' blind worship of joint venture brands like Toyota and Volkswagen, as well as the patriotism, have also become the booster of BYD's hot sales. At the same time, on a brand new track, once the first mover advantage is fully established, it will become bigger and bigger like a snowball. In the end, all kinds of benefits contributed to the blooming of BYD that is difficult to replicate. In fact, Wang Chuanfu announced many strategic plans as early as November when the 3 millionth new energy vehicle rolled off the assembly line. For example, BYD's brand new million-level high-end brand, Yangwang, will officially release its first model in the first quarter of 2023. In addition to Yangwang, BYD will also launch a new professional and personalized brand in 2023. In the future, a family matrix of BYD brands, Dynasty, Ocean, Tensure brand, Yangwang brand, and professional and personalized new brands will be formed, covering many market segments from household to luxury, from mass to personalized. Obviously, BYD's ambitions are getting bigger and bigger. So, since 1.8 million new cars can be confirmed to be sold this year, what height will BYD reach next year? Although up to now, BYD has not officially announced the specific sales forecast, but after summarizing the various versions posted on the internet, it seems to point directly to 4 million vehicles. In all fairness, the formulation of such an exaggerated goal is indeed very exciting. But soon, I gradually calmed down, and I still want to say, wishes are good and have the potential to be accomplished. However, it is still important not to take it lightly. After all, the pressure and challenges are still placed in front of BYD. First, the focus on the plug-in segment. BYD must face the siege of Geely, Changan, Great Wall and other Chinese independent brands. Whether DMI can maintain an absolute leading advantage in multiple dimensions for a long time has become the first problem left to BYD. The next is the BEV segment. With Tesla and other competitors, the intensity of terminal competition is getting higher and higher, and whether BYD can make up for its relative shortboard in the intelligent dimension in the short term is the second problem left to it. Moreover, compared to the annual sales of only a few 100,000 vehicles, BYD's volume has grown to several million vehicles, so the third problem is thrown to the car company with its supporting marketing system, dealership system, user service system. Furthermore, the fourth problem derived is that with the increasing base of car owners, BYD must have higher standards and requirements for product quality. In other words, when it becomes the absolute leader among all new energy car companies, it should undoubtedly cherish the brand reputation. After all, this is the most fundamental element of BYD's sustainable development. As for the fifth problem, it is the several new independent brands that BYD will launch next year that we just mentioned. It is undeniable that if you want to become a giant in the true sense, you must take the road to the top. But whether you can finally achieve your wish also has certain variables. Finally, there is some suspense about what kind of feedback BYD will receive after its aggressive expansion in overseas markets, and whether it can provide enough support for its sales. The performance of this dimension is good or bad. To a certain extent, it also determines whether the 4 million vehicles will be completed next year. In short, the test left to BYD has just begun. So, what do you think of the future of this car company? Do you think it can achieve the sales target of 4 million? Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. See you.